Hello everyone, this is Ron. Welcome to another King of Fighters All-Star video. I hope you guys are doing really well. And today I'm very much excited to talk about ELISABETH BLANCTORCHE. And she is an elite lady from France and she has a very deep relationship to the Ash saga. And I cannot stress the fact that how much of an important figure she is in the entire Ash saga. And they have kind of dedicatedly created this game mode. I mean, if you just play this game mode, look at this. She is riding a kind of a horse. Horse riding is her favorite hobby. And Ash is sitting on the back. She was a kind of a figure who liked Ash from her very early childhood as a brother and as a friend, and tried to protect Ash from different type of problems and everything. But she also was aware of the fact that this guy Ash is actually having some sort of dark fantasies, and he is willing to awaken Saiki to consume his power and to fulfill his own destination. But that was not good for the world. So guess what? This lady, she tried her best with her love and her influence to control Ash so that he doesn't fulfill his dark fantasy. But we all know that that didn't kind of work out. Ash became really strong after defeating the 3 Sacred Treasure team, and he just simply disobeyed ELISABETH. As a result, ELISABETH became kind of angry and she planned to destroy Ash. And we all know that what the story follows. But let's talk about a little bit more about this character. She is kind of an unlike any other character who most of the King of Fighters character are kind of struggling character. They kind of came all the way from nothing and they become the hero. But ELISABETH was none of them. She had a very rich upbringing. She had a very rich family in France, and she didn't really care about anyone, but she had a very good heart at the same time. And one of her special property is she can really fight well, fast, and even maintain her accuracy without even sleeping for 3 days at a stretch. This is kind of insane. And her main hobby is wine tasting, and her main weapon is a kind of whip. So you can totally relate her image to the 18th century elite ladies of France and England. Totally amazing, guys. And in terms of her design, in terms of her skills and everything, what Netmarble did, they did the same thing that they always do. That means importing the original SNK personality to the game. And that's why in this game she is not going to be a superbly high damage dealer, rather she is going to be selective. I mean, in her actual nature she is also kind of very selective. So let's talk about what she is going to do for us in this game. As a character, she is going to be a blue element character with a leadership of blue element fighters attack by 70%. It's a very good leadership. However, we already have Terry in the game too, but she is going to do a very good job as a leader. And as a type, she is going to be balance type and chaos type, same as Saiki. Now let's check out the course. And as a striker, she is going to increase all team members attack by 50% for 10 seconds, which is really good. And also increase all team members finisher and special skill damage 100% for 10 seconds. This buff of finish and special skill damage is going to be one of her exclusive properties that she is already having in the game, and only she is having this special buff. And also remove blindness from active team members upon use, grants active team members blindness immunity for 5 seconds. Very unique type of effects. I'm not really sure in which game mode this is going to be useful, but we must look forward to the future for this. Now in this ultimate break, what this is going to do, this is going to enable applying guidance of lightning status, which I'm going to explain a little bit later. And the phantom ultimate break, the thing is going to do the damage. Next, finisher and special skill damage increase by depending on different type of tires. And as you level up higher your character, the tier 3 is probably going to be unlocked at level 90. That is going to give you the 495% buff. This is so insane, guys. You'll notice that she's having kind of a lower attack because she's a first generation ultimate fighter. The second generation is having 800% attack. That is Terry, Benimaru, Athena, this type of characters. And third generation is Kyoku Sanagi with 900% attack. PG gain, critical damage 350%, and strike and grab skill buff 300%. You will notice that she is not really having critical rate in the core. This is one of the reasons that she is going to do comparatively lower damage than any other character, but she has some other critical rate buff feature that I'm going to show you, and if you can use that feature you can get the benefit. Now, as I have talked about before, that she's a kind of a character who is a guiding figure. He kind of spreads lights and positivity, and in that regard Netmarble kind of designed this course as well. Look at this. Applies Wedge of Light for target for 7 seconds, landing active 1 skill. This active 1 skill is going to be very important in her kit, because this active skill is going to activate the core starlight damage. This character is having starlight in the core, but you have to activate it by using this active 1 skill 2 times. I'm going to explain. This starlight damage is equal to 5000% attack, but you have to activate this. And how to activate this? It says that applies guidance lights to all allies when dealing starlight damage with Wedge of Light effect to single target 2 times. But that means you have to do this skill number 1 2 times to get this entire effect, and as a result it is going to increase the next finisher and special skill damage by 1000%. It can be her own finisher, or it can be her any other teammate's finisher. The buff is everywhere, and after there is a cooldown of 12 seconds. Of course, she is immune to stun, fear, starlight, and darkness. Especially, I think even till today, darkness immunity is very useful in Giz Howard guild, and she is having this active skill buff by 350%, which is going to increase her damage numbers, of course. Let's talk about quickly about the skills. And Phantom Ultimate Break is the thing that you would like to use. That means first you need to use the Awakening skill, then you need to use the Phantom Awakening skill. I'm going to show you that in the gameplay that how to do it. And this first skill, active 1 skill, Ithankel, you should start the battle with this skill, and whenever you tap it once, it is going to reset itself. That means you can basically tap it 2 times, and when you are going to tap it 2 times, it is going to apply the starlight damage to the boss, and as a result you can break the meter of the boss and apply the dot. Active 2 skill, as also active 1 skill, is giving this a decrease enemies defense 80%, so this is also very useful. Active 2 skill, hyper armor super armor thing, and applying stun. Active 3 skill, resetting active 2 and 3 skill cooldown. This is going to reset both of these skills, and also a bunch of PvP exclusive, remove targets, hyper armor, super armor, shield, I mean pretty much destroying, and has a only cooldown for 4 seconds. This is going to be a very good PvP character in my opinion. And you'll notice that this active 1 skill is a blast skill. This active 2 skill is a strike, and active 3 is a grab skill. So it's a kind of a mixed bag thing coming around. And look at this, the finisher. This finisher, the default finisher, core finisher, is a strike skill, and this final finisher, that means this Noble Blank, is a strike skill. So you need to make this character based on strike skill and blast skill, both if possible. All is going to work. You should not build her based on grab skill, because this is just one skill and this is based on a PvP. The finishers, what they are going to do, the final finisher increase finishers and special skill damage of all allies including Cell by 50% for 15 seconds. Huge guys, 50% attack buff for the entire team for 15 seconds. That's a very long time guys. And the finisher that we are having also, look at this, reset active skill cooldown, and this is a core finisher, and reset increase critical rate by 30% for 20 seconds. And this is why they didn't really give critical rate in her core, because she would be so OP probably. Already she is getting 30% critical rate for 20 seconds from the core finisher. This is why they did it, because they tried to encourage you so that you use more of her core finisher. And this one has of course a cooldown, but you need to use core finisher more and more to get more benefit from her. Let's build her up right now. So first of all, my character is already on level 90, so let's awaken her. And I have 3 good memories, character memories. So let's use these memories. For the first awakening, we just need 1 memory. Let me awaken her. Now we have to level her up. In case you are wondering that what capsule are these are capsules from the previous RHD event. We were having Hell's Dungeon. It was once upon a time a game mode. Now there is no such thing. We don't need them. I think the removal of RHD was kind of really good to the community. Now even the new players can access the leveling up of a character very easily. 2-star. Let's do it once more. Once again. So 3-star is done. So let's finally level her up. Okay, our 3-star character is here. Add some capsules. Maximum 30 capsules we can add. And if you awaken more, you can add a lot more stats. So this is very important to upgrade this character to 5-star, but I kind of invested her memories to awaken Shenmue. I kind of explained why I did it. But let's go to the core and you'll see that the sad story that for a 3-star character you can only have 30 points, and that is the maximum you can invest. Very sad. So that's why I always advise you guys to get 5-star characters. Don't summon with low rubies and don't get these characters, because this character, even if I do everything, she will do only probably 10% of her abilities, which is just too sad. Rather skip those characters and save the rubies, bros, to be honest. So let's try our best. Of course we are going to see, even I'm willing to increase the attack. I'm already spending 25 of this. I mean, this is so sad. So let's first do this one, because this will require only one of these points. And let's enhance this active 1 skill a little bit. And let's enhance her a core finisher, that is default finisher. This is going to be one of her damage dealing. So I think we don't need to spend in the skill department. We need to spend in the attack department, of course, a little bit. I mean, this is what we can do so far, because as I said, that 3 characters doesn't really offer you anything. I mean, this is so sad. For the imprint stones, of course, if you are summoning the banner and if you are getting Leona, then definitely the Leona imprint stones, this is, of course, you can use if you are summoning in full. Of course, if you can use these imprint stones, but I think if you have already Leona, it's better to use Leona rather than this character. Now if you are looking for gold stones, you can farm in the guild raid, and let me show you what type of stones you can find. She is a balanced type character, and you would like to have these sort of stones. First tier should increase attack. Second tier should increase starlight. This one is giving burn. You should look for starlight, but if you don't find it, it's still no problem, because it is hard to match this second effect. Last effect should be increase balance type fighters attack by a certain percentage, whatever. So this balance type should match, and also look at these colors. Don't forget these mistakes. Don't do this mistake that this color should also match. She's a blue type character, so you should look for the blue stones. If you add this sort of stones that has purple color, it's not going to work at all, guys. So always first condition blue color, then match this attack here and balance type fighters here. So this is how you can get the infinite stone, and you have to, of course, play the guild raid that I already talked about. That you need to go to this guild raid and you need to play these guild modes from hard to expert to lunatic to inferno, all the way. Each and every game mode will give you these rewards. So I just talked about the imprint stones that you can use with this character. However, I'm going to show you a gameplay without using any sort of imprint stones. So let's talk about the Star and Moon imprint stone. Also you can get by playing the chapter of fight, farming the materials. But yes, let's talk about the battle cards now. If you have already summoned this banner, then if the banner set card, this is the banner set card. If you have already got this set, it is going to increase attack, critical damage. For purple or blue, she is a blue fighter, she is going to get this benefit. Critical rate for chaos or cemetery fighter, she's a chaos fighter, she's going to get the benefit. Best set for her. But in case if you don't have this set, let me remove this set and show you that there are some other sets that you can also use. For example, this set, let me equip this set. If you are doing a solo gameplay with any character in the game, then this sort of set is going to help a lot, because this set is going to be not as OP as the recent set, but it's a free set, in-game set. 6-star set. Good to have. Increase attack by 12%, 30% chance to deal extra damage equal to 150% of attack upon landing a skill. I totally believe that Netmarble should buff these in-game sets. Why they are not even doing it, I don't know. But definitely this is a good set that is going to help you a lot. And also if you are using some sort of team run, then this sort of set, let me equip this set and show you that if you use this sort of set that is known as Serena set, this set will give you some sort of PG gain. Of course, and not as huge damage as the banner set, but increase attack by 13%, increase attack by additional 15% for 10 seconds and gain 10% power. And guess what? For this character, you would like to use a lot of PG, and you would like to use a lot of special skills and finishers, these sort of things. So these sort of cards are going to help with this character nevertheless, because she's already very strong and good enough to do enough damage that you need for your score. Of course, she is not a top damage dealer that I have mentioned previously. Now let's talk about the option cards. If you have summoned in the banner, then this option card, if you have, or I think this is a must-have option card. This is a must-have option card. I mean, even the characters in this banner is not must-have, but try to get this card. Going to be very good card, increase critical rate, critical damage very well. Now for the other card, I think you can go with basically any option card. For example, these type of cards, if you have, you can use this sort of option cards. This sort of option cards you can also use, and also use the banner option card, that is this critical rate certain percent. Let me quickly level up this card and see that how much it is going to give us. This is the banner Elizabeth option card, specially dedicated to her. Let's upgrade this thing. Okay, so this card is going to give you what? Increase critical rate by 5%, decrease skill cooldown, increase finisher and special skill damage by 100% for 14 seconds. This type of card you should use with this character if you have someone in the banner. However, if you don't summon in the banner, simply just use these in-game free cards or any cards from any other banner. That is also going to do really well. Try to tension these cards, increase balance type fighters critical damage 7.5%. Try to get this sort of effect because she's a balance type fighter. So let's talk about the plugin really quick. And this is just giving some attack, nothing really else. But you would like to have some sort of active skill, active 2 skill. Technically active 1 skill should be ideal for her, but I don't really have active 1 skill. But active 1 skill buff you should try to get. In this section I have added this strike skill because she has quite a bunch of strike skill. You would like to build her both on strike skill and blast skill, but I kind of prioritized strike skill because she has her finishers are kind of both in strike skill, and they are going to get huge damage buff. So strike skill is going to do well, add some attack. In this plugin I'm also adding some blast skill, strike skill, attack. Very useful plugin for her that's going to buff basically all of her features, all of her skills. Finisher skill and active skill. This one, once again, blast skill, strike skill, both buff, and I'm adding some critical damage rate. Critical rate and critical damage is going to be helpful for this character a lot. This one, once again, I'm adding some not really ideal plugin, 40% damage with strike skill. I would like to have some blast skill as well, but I couldn't manage it. But still, I was getting some critical damage and active skill 1 buff, which is very important because skill number 1 is going to be the main property of her in terms of damage dealing. So let me show you a gameplay with this character, and the way you need to play with her is basically you should start the rotation with active 1 skill. The active 1 skill, when you apply it once, it is going to reset. That means you can apply actually 2 times whenever you are going to use this. Now if you do this, it is going to apply the core starlight to the boss. Now every time it is not going to happen. Every second time she is going to do it. So I'm going to show you and explain that how to do it. So let's do it. She's a beautiful character, to be honest. Such an elegant appearance. So let's start with our good old Rugal, and we're going to start with the skill number 1. Look at this. Already starlight is applied. Boss meter is totally red and halfway down. Very powerful. And this 3PG is such an elegant 3PG, to be honest. So now see, I have used again, but this time it didn't work because this is gonna work on the 3rd time. Now see, this time is going to work. Look at this. This working meter is red. Now let's break the meter. Break the meter and call the striker. Do the default. This is gonna help a lot. Give it once again. This one first, this one. Bam. Bam. TPG. Actually, TPG damage is insane, to be honest. Ah, I missed it. I missed it. He can break the meter quite easily, as you can see. Rugal. So once again, we have done quite a good amount of damage to the meter. Remember guys, she is having no imprinting stone, nothing. Colin Shenwu, get the buff. This one first, this one second. Rugal is so annoying sometimes. This blasting thing is so annoying. Still 1.5 trillion already, and 30 seconds I think we have. We can do one more rotation, I guess. I would like to do more than 2 trillion if possible. A character, 3-star character, having no imprint store, nothing. I think this is a very impressive damage. Rugal is annoying. Rugal is annoying as hell, bro. So carefully observe the rotation. Oh, bastard. Skill number 1. Trying to break the meter as soon as possible. Oh, come on. The default. Oh, you. Anyways, more than 2 trillion damage we did. More than 2 trillion damage. I mean, what should you say? A 3-star character, basically nothing in the core. No, nothing. Still surviving like a queen. Doing 2.3 trillion damage solo without any support or anything. And even her striker is crap, bro. Very good, very good. So I think, of course, she is not going to be the top damage dealer in the world, and she has limitations as her support, but despite of all this limitation, I think she's a very amazing character, such a fluent character, so much fun to play with. And you know that in the guild raid, you don't really need too much score. So if you just prioritize fun gameplay, and if you are not after really very high score, she's a very, very decent character to build with, and you can enjoy a lot of gameplays with her in different game moods. So that was the guide and everything about Elisabeth. I'm really happy to develop her up to 3-star. I wish she was 5-star so I can show you every of her features, but I believe many of you are having. Try to use her as much as possible, and I hope you will get so much fun out of this character. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to support the content, support the channel, and I'll see you soon in some other videos. Till then, stay awesome and peace out, my friends.